Hi superheroes, it is I, your friendly neighbourhood superhero. Now today, I'd like to talk to you all about the little things. And how they will often be the most joyous. We will get much joy out of these little things, and on the flip side of that, they can, in some instances, also be equally as annoying. Hi Tracy. So, first let me tell you the story. So I was driving home, or Kelly was driving home. I was in the car, and the sun was out while driving home in the afternoon. The sun was just going down, actually. And me trying to capture a beautiful moment, which was the sunset, turned into somewhat of a disaster. I tried to get the perfect photo on my phone, and it just wasn't. I mean, they were perfectly good photos that I got, but me being somewhat of a perfectionist, found that I wasn't happy with the photos that I got. So, in turn, I ended up getting myself a little bit frustrated, because I was trying to get the photo that I was actually imagining it to be in my mind. And quite often that's a difficult task in itself, because with my vivid imagination, nothing, even when I'm drawing, nothing ever does quite turn out the way I envision it in my mind. Because I do, not to toot my own horn, but I do have somewhat of a beautiful mind. I think it's beautiful. And quite often, as I say, on the flip side of that, my mind can annoy me to the point where it actually frustrates me, because when I am trying to recreate what is in my mind, things don't quite work out the way I envision them, as I say. So I got a little bit frustrated with the sun. I've been getting frustrated with the sun anyway. It's been quite hot here, the weather. I actually can't wait for winter, because it's sort of getting to the point where I feel like I've had heat exhaustion for weeks, and there's just more of it to come. So the weather has been sort of playing tricks on my mind, I guess, because I don't really do well with heat. It literally fries my brain. So, that's kind of why I've been laying a little bit low, working behind the scenes lately. But I have the t-shirts up on the website. I've also got coffee mugs and tote bags, and I just got today these. Now the image looks reversed because of the camera, but they are the notepads or journals that I have ordered. They will be available on the website as well. So everything as far as what I have envisioned in my mind, as far as what I have created, is right on track. So I've been quite happy with the way everything has turned out in that aspect of things. But as I say, at the same time, there's been a little few things that I've had to deal with that have been a little bit frustrating, like the website trips me up a little bit, just because although I am the technology generation, as far as web design and all that, I've really got very little knowledge of that, but I am learning. So there's been a few things that I have got myself frustrated with, as far as the technology side is, but I mean, everybody knows at the best of times technology can be frustrating. So yeah, everything as far as the business of spiritual superheroes is going, it's all on track. I did give myself a 3-year timeline, which I started the group in the middle of 2017. So I've given myself until 2020 to have everything running smoothly, all the sort of bugs worked out, I guess you could say. And yeah, at the moment, I think I said last time, at the moment I'm just doing a little bit of promotion of my website and the t-shirts and the cups, and I've even put on the website a new page for anyone that is interested for one-on-one calls with myself. So all the information is on the website as far as that goes, and yeah, that's sort of what I've been working on for the last few days, I guess. So with the promotion side of things, I've just, as I say, been sharing and things like that. And if anyone, well, needs or knows of anyone that needs help, just with life in general, or even just needs an ear. Feel free to share this video and anything else I've been posting as far as, you know, the website stuff or anything else, and that would be muchly appreciated. So I guess the theme of today is, while the little things are going to be the most joyous of occasions, when these joyous occasions happen, there are going to be moments where we are going to get somewhat frustrated, and that's okay, because I mean, it's sort of, you can't have one without the other, because I've always said, if we didn't get frustrated, we wouldn't know, on the flip side of that, what the smooth sailing was all about, and be able to enjoy the good moments without a little bit of frustration. It's sort of, that's where it's sort of good versus bad comes into it. So I guess my advice on that would be to try and focus more on the positive than the negative, and that is difficult at the best of times. I do know that as I take a deep breath, because I have struggled with higher levels of frustration throughout my life. So I am well versed in the coping strategies of that, and yeah, if anyone finds themselves getting frustrated, I'm probably the right one to talk to, because I myself struggle with frustration a lot of the time. It's not even some of the time. I mean, realistically, like, with taking into consideration my disability and everything else in my life, I have a lot of frustrating moments, and that's just, I suppose, my life in a nutshell. Of course, Kelly makes my life a lot easier, as I know she is watching. Hello, lovely. So, I mean, it's always good to have that special someone in your life to keep you somewhat grounded, but as I have the clown always lingering on the surface, he just sort of dwells just below the surface somewhere. I am prone to having more frustrating moments, but at the same time, as I say, I have been quite good at managing those moments. I'd be lying if I said that, like anyone, I didn't have moments where I chucked a tantrum um, or got pissed at, as I say, got pissed at the sun. Um, but I'm very quick to have that little frustrating moment, feel the feeling of frustration, because it's always good to feel feelings, whatever they may be: sadness, anger, frustration, happy moments, whatever those emotions we're feeling at the time. It's important that we do feel them, but I've always said, when negative emotions are concerned, as far as frustration or anger goes, it's although we have to feel those moments, it's important to keep them somewhat contained, so we don't blow our lid and take it out on someone else, because that is never a good thing. We have to acknowledge what we're feeling as far as the negative emotions, but we must not let those emotions override us. And I guess it's the same with sadness and things like that, because same thing, I've always said it's perfectly normal to have a good cry or have a meltdown even, but it's also important to have that little moment and then pick ourselves up, work out where we're at with, as far as our emotions go, what sort of assess how we're feeling at the time, assess where the emotion is coming from, what has actually triggered the emotion, and with that, either do what I'm doing here. I mean, that's always a positive thing. Or journaling, if that works for you. I mean, a lot of the time, I don't mind writing, but a lot of the time, that's another thing that I find frustrating. I can never find a pen. When I think of something to write down, it's sort of never a good time because I can never find a pen. So video journaling for me works, and it works the other way, because I get to talk to you all about ways of coping with such things as these emotions that we go through when we get frustrated, or any other emotion that we might be feeling. So yeah, that's all I wanted to jump on and talk to you all about. I hope everyone's feeling lovely. I feel quite good. I've had a pretty good couple of days. I've sort of feel like I've got more energy lately, and I think it's actually because I've been getting stuff done. And I have, for the most part, been enjoying the little things. I just said to Callie earlier, I find it quite exciting now when I get a package that's got my business name on it. I get a big business package like today, like when I got these. I got them at the door today, and it just reminds me, I suppose, that my dream that I had envisioned from the beginning is all coming together, and that makes me feel all warm and fuzzy in the heart. I feel like it's an overwhelming sense of accomplishment. Although, as I say, I'm not quite where I need, where I feel like, where I feel like where I want to be, but at the same time, I am so grateful to the many people that have helped me along the way with this whole thing, because there have been a whole team of people that have helped me with different parts of this. And although I myself are getting this warm, fuzzy feeling, I think all of you should be getting some sort of warm, fuzzy feeling too, because I feel like all of you are part of this as well. You've all been there from the beginning to support me in this whole thing. You've watched me grow in leaps and bounds in the last few years, because not so long ago there was a time in my life where I wouldn't have dreamed of any of this. So there have been many people that have been helpful in this whole thing, and the love and support that I have received, and even the help, I just want to let you all know that from the bottom of my heart, I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate it. So with that being said, I will leave you all with those thoughts. I love you all very dearly, and I'll see you all on the next one.